So in the last video, I promised to show you how to deploy your web page to the internet, and we didn't actually do that. So in this video, I'll show us one way to do it. One way is to obtain Node.js, and we'll be using a service called Surge, which allows you to really easily upload files from your laptop or computer to Surge hosting, where they'll serve your files for you, which is simple enough for us. If you want to check out their service, you can check out their website, but for now, you'll need to download a copy of Node.js, which you can find just by Googling. You'll want to download the LTS version, which is short for long-term support. But once you've downloaded it, you'll open it, and once you've installed it, you'll have access to a couple of tools. You have access to the Node executable, and you'll have the access to the npm executable. npm is the Node package manager, and it's similar to package managers in a lot of different programming languages. In our case, we're going to be using npm to install Surge, and we're going to be installing it globally, which is what the -g is for. -g will install not only the Surge source code, but also any binary or bin executables, which is exactly what we want, because we'll be using the Surge command line interface to upload our web pages to the Surge hosting service. And like I said, this is one of several ways, and I'll wrap up by mentioning a few other ways to upload your files to be hosted on the World Wide Web. One other option that I want to mention while this is downloading is that you could, of course, turn off some of the security settings on your laptop. And assuming somebody knew the IP address of your laptop, which you can look up using a few command line tools and share with people, that's not such a sustainable way to host your website. For example, your laptop might go to sleep, your laptop might turn off, lose power. You also might lose connection with your Wi-Fi router if you're using a Wi-Fi router. Your internet service provider might disconnect you and allocate you a new IP address, different than the one that people are expecting to be able to access your website from. So this is another great reason to use a hosting provider like Surge or some of the other options I'll mention. So it looks like our download's finished. What we'll want to do is we'll want to move our file, our index.html, into its own directory. So let's make a new folder. We'll call it static deploy. We'll relocate our index.html to that directory. Now we'll go back over to our terminal, and you can see that the index.html file is no longer there, but we'll change directory into the static deploy folder. And now you'll notice that from having npm installed Surge, we can look for the Surge executable, or the binary, and you'll see that it's available on our path. And the Surge command line interface takes a help option, so we can print out the help. Its most basic usage is to just specify the path to the files that you want to upload, and then custom domain name if you want to specify a custom domain name. We don't want to specify custom domain name, so Surge will just allocate us a domain name. But we want to upload the current directory. So we'll type surge dot. You'll see that it detected one file. You can see that I've already authenticated previously as max@leadgenius.com. So we'll hit enter, and you'll see that success, project is published and running at this domain name. So let's go take a look. Go to murkydolls.surge.sh, and you'll see there's our same web page. Let's make a really quick change to our HTML file and see whether redeploying works the same. So let's say hi world. Let's say hi world, and save the file. Go back to our terminal. This time, since we don't want to deploy to a new domain, let's copy the domain that we've been allocated and specify that as our domain that we want to deploy to. So we'll type again. You'll see it's performing the same upload to the same domain name. It was one file, 8 bytes large. We'll go back to Chrome, refresh. Cool. So we have a sustainable, redeployable process for deploying a website to the World Wide Web. In the next video, I'll describe some of the alternatives to Surge and how you might quickly iterate on developing your web page. Thanks, guys. Bye.